Good evening, it's Rodney Allen Rippy, and you're listening to 90.3 FM Radio Suerte, and this is the Thursday Evening Report. On global news, anti-racism demonstrations spread all throughout the UK after the far-right riot. Large groups of people have gathered all throughout the UK, and they're showing solidarity for a brighter tomorrow. One protester said she doesn't care where these people come from as long as they obey the country's laws and they are about community and their children can be saved. The far right there in the UK has promised to attack asylum centers like law offices, hotels, and other places that are housing migrants. Sadly, a deadly stabbing attack is what set this whole thing off, and there's a lot of disinformation that is fueling the far right. And the anti-racism demonstrations show support for refugees and minority ethnic communities. More global news, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum. She defends her decision to invite the soon-be Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to her inauguration in October. The Ukrainian ambassador sent a letter to Sheinbaum and said, "Do remember, Vladimir Putin is considered a war criminal who has also not been arrested for his unlawful deportation of populations there and transferring kids from the Ukraine to Russia." So this is something that is really, really big news. So hopefully they'll get all of that straightened out. On to national news. The CDC now reports that COVID-19 is no longer the top cause of death in the United States. COVID-19 was number one, but it's now slipped in the position. They actually say that Centers for Disease Control are now saying heart disease and cardiovascular issues are the number one leading cause of death in America. Doctors say cardiovascular disease are a slow killer. The CDC reported that over 107,000 people have actually died of drug overdoses. And this is all caused because of the epidemic of opioid use here in America. So hopefully the CDC will continue to get the word out. And they now say the 10 leading causes of death, and these are listed. Number one, heart disease. 2, cancer. 3, accidents or unintentional injuries. 4, chronic lower respiratory disease. 5, stroke. 6, Alzheimer's disease. 7, diabetes. 8, kidney disease. Number 9, influenza and pneumonia. And 10, suicide. We here at 90.3 FM, we urge you to get your regular checkups and please stay away from illicit drug use. I've never seen a person who takes drugs and they get smarter, better looking, or healthier. So take care of yourself. And remember, you only have one of you. On to local OC news. A man is on a mission to save some abandoned ducks. There's a warehouse in Orange County that received a late shipment of an order of balut. And now this is a South Asian delicacy, and it's actually fertilized duck eggs. Well, the shipment was a little bit late, and this caused a major problem. You know why? The little ducklings hatched, and there's over 150 of them. And so now, what does this warehouse do with 150 ducks? Well, they reached out to a local organization, the Duck Pond Inc., and there is a man that has actually taken them in. His name is Howard Berkowitz. He has a sanctuary for these little furry friends there in Riverside, and so he actually has been self-funding, taking care of birds, and he's actually hoping to do a GoFundMe because he needs a larger facility to care for abandoned birds. On to current weather. Here today, it's a little bit cooler. It's 84 degrees. It was a little bit warmer yesterday, but things are kind of starting to cool off a little bit. Friday, 84, and Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be right around 86 degrees. So that's a good thing. It's not going to be so hot. What's hot in the OC? Well, for all you surfers out there, you've got the US Open, and so it's already underway. That's brought to you by Lexus, and it is going to be going on until August 11th. So right down there in beautiful Huntington Beach, you can go catch some serious competition. And if you haven't made it to the Orange County Fair, it's still going on. You can get down there and have some fun. And also another hot thing going on there in the OC is at the Honda Center. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. That's going to be August 16th through the 18th. It's going to be Ringling Brothers. So Ringling Brothers will be in town. It's it's always a good time to get out there and enjoy the circus. On to entertainment news. A new Peacock documentary called Gary. Now, this will tell the life and times of actor Gary Coleman. And so I don't want to be the spoiler, but they're saying his death was suspicious. This 90-minute documentary will explore the fascinating life and the mysterious death of actor Gary Coleman. And I had the pleasure of being in a pool tournament. I actually played pool with Gary Coleman a few years back, and let me tell you something, his team actually eliminated my team. Gary Coleman was an amazing pool player. People may not know this. I'm telling you, he could barely see over the side of the pool table, but I guess he had a perfect line of sight on the balls, and let me tell you something, he was dead on, and he actually eliminated my team. So, God bless you, Gary, man. We miss you, and you'll live on forever, and that's going to wrap it up. I'm Rodney Allen Rippy, and you just heard another 90.3 FM Radio Suerte report.